Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a great weekend. To those that have subscribed, thank you so much for doing it. For those of you that haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. We give you guys updates every day as far as what's going on with the cryptocurrency markets, the latest news, and then we also look at the charts on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, and some of the other top altcoins. So if you guys like this kind of content, obviously subscribe, hit the like button, helps me out a lot. So today we have a couple of things to talk about. One of which is Jack Dorsey Square is looking to build a decentralized exchange for Bitcoin. We also have Bitcoin miners holding onto their rigs. Cuba is set to recognize and regulate cryptocurrency. And then we have Fidelity files for Bitcoin Fund. And that would be it for the news part. So when we get into the stocks here first, or charts, and things have obviously picked up since yesterday. Yesterday we were down on Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is at 32,000. Bitcoin is at 48,990. We were down to 46,300 roughly yesterday. And the last 24 hours, we're on the forward chart here. We're trading sideways. There isn't much action whether it's going to go up or down. RSI is holding steady too at around 57, which is good. We have obviously plenty of room to run with this. We can go up higher. We can also go lower from here. So time will only tell. On the daily chart, we are at a 60 RSI, which is good. You can see that we've been pretty much flat here, right around the 49,000 mark for the last couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for the past week, it looks like. Overall, it's a good sign. We're seeing the 50-day moving average moving up. It is up right now at around 43,000. 200-day is at 40,367 roughly. So plenty of room to go up if we need to. Obviously, we may come down and touch the 50-day like we've been saying for the past week or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. Doge on the 4-hour chart is obviously hit a high here yesterday around 29 cents and then came back down a little bit, and it's been trading flat for the last 16 hours or so, 12, 16 hours. Stellar, same thing, hit a high yesterday of 35.98. And it has been trading flat for the last 8 hours. It's come down, obviously. Litecoin is at 173 right now, and it's trading also flat. It reached a high yesterday of 177. And then we have also Cardano. Cardano peaked yesterday at around $2.94 roughly. It has come down from that, and it's been trending up a little bit, which is good to see. I did purchase some more Cardano coins yesterday at $275. I purchased 1,000 of them, just so you guys know. I want to be full disclosure with you guys on that. Ethereum is also trading flat at 3,250. We're seeing that for the past days, been kind of trading flat. No real sign of direction as far as whether it wants to go up or down. So we'll have to see what tonight looks like, and obviously tomorrow. We had the Bitcoin expiry and the Ethereum futures expiry options happened yesterday. We were able to keep above it, which is good. So Bitcoin actually rose about above the 47,000 mark yesterday when the expiry happened. So that was a good sign. That leads us to be more bullish on Bitcoin in the short term and the long term. So that's all good news there. Let's take a look at market cap. Market cap currently is at, let's refresh that. So market cap right now is at $2.182 trillion. So we're getting close to that 2.2 trillion again. And obviously we're going to probably go up from there. Bitcoin's still number one, obviously, with biggest market cap of 920 billion. Ethereum with 381 billion. Cardano at 92 billion. So Cardano's kind of edging away a little bit more from Binance Coin. Binance Coin is now at 75 billion. So we'll have to keep an eye on those. Dogecoin is at 37 billion. Solana is obviously picking up steam as well. It's at 27 billion. And that pretty much wraps up the top 10 on those. So let's get into the news here. So Jack Dorsey Square is looking to build a decentralized exchange for Bitcoin. Jack Dorsey, one of Bitcoin's biggest advocates, is planning to build an open platform to create decentralized exchange for Bitcoin through TBD, his new business venture, according to his tweet Friday. A decentralized exchange is a type of cryptocurrency exchange that allows peer-to-peer transactions without the need for an intermediary. Dorsey tweeted an original tweet by TBD project leader Mike Brock, who offered some direction on where the unit is headed. So Brock wrote the following: "There's been a lot of speculation about what TBD is and isn't." Brock said in an 8-part Twitter thread, "We wanted to finally share our direction and we have some questions." First, Brock said his team believes that Bitcoin will be the native currency of the internet, but the problem, he noted, is not trading Bitcoin often involves exchanging fiat at centralized and custodial service. He mentioned Cash App, a mobile payment service developed by Square, and Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the U.S., as examples. Brock's quoted as saying, these on and off ramps to Bitcoin have a number of issues and aren't distributed evenly around the world. He said, while there are many projects to help make the internet more decentralized, our focus is solely on a sound global monetary system for all. I think that's good. It's good to have. This is what TBD aims to solve, Brock said. His team wants to make it easy to fund non-custodial wallets globally through a platform that builds on and off ramps into Bitcoin. Think of it as a decentralized exchange for fiat, he added. One that is Bitcoin native top to bottom. Wow, that's really interesting. If you could do that, if they could pull that off, that would be great. Right now you have to pretty much go on Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, all those exchanges to trade in your basically fiat currencies and buy into Bitcoin. TBD, which was launched in July of 2021, which was last month, is a unit of Square, the payments firm Dorsey founded and where he is CEO. It is unclear whether TBD is the name of Dorsey's latest venture or if it represents an abbreviation of the phrase to be discussed. It does have a Twitter account under the name TBD, though with the handle TBD 545666975. Also, we said this platform will be entirely developed in public open source, open protocol, and any wallet will be able to use, Brock said. No foundation or governance model that TBD controls, permissionless or bust. That is great to hear. Obviously, you don't want people being able to control it. You want it to be basically autonomous, work on its own. He alluded to cost and scalability as some of the gaps TBD is currently seeing, on top of the ability to create an exchange infrastructure that will allow transactions between other digital assets. Yeah, so we're kind of like looking at Sushi Swap or something like that, where you can put in one coin and get another coin out of it. So that would be interesting. Obviously, this is good news. I mean, Jack has always been a staunch proponent of Bitcoin, and him and his team working on something like this, I think, is a good thing for Bitcoin in general. Obviously, the more attention we get to it is better. Plus, the more on and off ramps we get is also good news. So bullish news for me. Next, we have Bitcoin miners hold onto rigs, betting the bull run will continue. So supply has dried up despite a glut of available Bitcoin mining rigs since China's crackdown in May. Some BTC miners are sitting on their mining rigs in the hopes of selling them at a higher price as Bitcoin's rally continues. Yeah, so if you got miners right now, some of the ones that might be out there would be like the S19 Pros, I think, are out there. So if you could sell them now at, let's say, $1,500, but Bitcoin price goes up in value twice as much, you could be selling them for $3,000 or $4,500, depending. So it only makes sense. It's smart on their part, I think, to hold on to them. It makes it more difficult for also the other guys that want to get in on them, buy them out. More difficult to get them. I know there is supply available, said Vincent Vong, Director of Sales and Procurement at Bitcoin mining and hosting company Compass Mining. I talked to a lot of people. They all have thousands of units, but nobody's willing to sell them. Interesting. China's crackdown on crypto mining sent mining rigs prices plummeting a few months ago, but the machines are now trading at a premium thanks to Bitcoin's recent bull run. In recent weeks, Bitcoin has seen some of its largest gains this year, boosting sellers' confidence in the machine's prices in the future. So after 2017, when we had the bull run, and we almost ended up with 20,000 price for Bitcoin. After that, after the price started falling down to the 8,000, 7,000, 5,000, you could find used miners, that were selling for a couple $100 on the market. Compared to when you were buying them for $2,000 to $2,500 per miner. So there was obviously a huge discount on that. So this time around, it looks like we're in the Same type of scenario where we were in 2013, where we had basically a double top that happened. So a lot of them are thinking that's going to happen this time around. They're holding on to their miners, waiting for the price of Bitcoin to go up so they can sell the miners higher. Mining, let's see here. Mining machines manufacturers like Bitmain and MicroBT allow their clients to pre-order the rigs and hold future contracts for batches of machines that will be delivered on a predetermined future date. This practice has become more common as the coronavirus pandemic has slowed global logistics and created a crunch on the supply chain for materials to make machines. So you've seen it with Hut 8, Mara, Marathon Mining, Hive Blockchain, and there was another one, I can't think of the name right now. But they all, in their statements and their disclosure statements for when they file, that's one of the things they all put on there is obviously the supply issues, the coronavirus issues, and is just making really hard to get stuff in from overseas. The practice has come about also because major chip suppliers such as Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company have relatively small quotas for specified chips for Bitcoin mining machine makers. Both futures and spot markets for mining machines have already seen a significant increase in mining machines prices, signaling miners' bullish expectations on the largest cryptocurrency price according to industry pros. Thus, there has been a dynamic futures contract market for miners, brokers and speculators who are making trades based on Bitcoin prices and other factors that affect machines' profitability like electricity costs. One of the major bellwethers for Bitcoin's market is the mining machines. Future market said Frankie Hu, Chief Business Development Officer at MyRig, a miner hosting service provider based in Russia. When futures contracts of mining rigs are trading at a much higher price than current price, miners are betting on higher Bitcoin price, which leads to a wider profit margin. So yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of bullish on Bitcoin. Everybody's thinking it's going up to at least 100,000. Some people are saying it could go up to 250,000, close to 300,000 by the end of this year, which doesn't leave us much time since we only have, what do we have left? We got September, October, November, December, so we have 4 months left this year. So if we're going to see a rally, it's going to happen relatively quickly here in the next 4 months. So buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a fun ride on this rocket, I think, that Bitcoin's going to take us on. Next story. Cuba set to recognize and regulate cryptocurrency. The country had to temporarily stop accepting cash, bank deposits in the United States dollars due to tighter restrictions set by former U.S. President Donald Trump. So the Cuban government is reportedly planning on to recognize and regulate cryptocurrencies for payments. According to Al Jazeera, the Caribbean nation's central bank will establish rules for the mainstreaming cryptocurrency transactions. Cuban authorities are also expected to distribute relevant licenses to businesses based on the crypto-related services they provide. Some sources claim that the move to allow cryptocurrencies as a legal tender has been well received by Cuba's tech-savvy population as the country had to temporarily stop accepting cash bank deposits in United States dollars, given tighter restrictions set by U.S. Former Donald Trump. Struggling economies such as El Salvador have also started mainstreaming Bitcoin adoption. On Monday, Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele announced the construction of countrywide infrastructure to support the adoption of Bitcoin. El Salvador's Bitcoin adoption policy can reduce overall remittance costs and potentially transform the remittance landscape across Central America, according to the Central American Bank for Economic Integration. Dante Mossi, executive president of CABEI, believes that El Salvador's out-of-this-world experiment could result in greater financial inclusion, and thus it is in CABEI's best interest to help El Salvador create a technical framework for Bitcoin adoption. So yeah, we're seeing, obviously this is going live next month in El Salvador in September, and a lot of people are banking that that's going to, create a lot of demand for Bitcoin, which is going to drive up price as well. So I'm bullish there. With Cuba obviously having sanctions from the U.S. And things like that, I think that's going to also propel them to go forward with this, maybe even faster than some are planning, just to give them some, it's not really security, but just give them another option in world finance markets, especially since everything is going to Bitcoin and crypto anyways right now. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Sorry about that one. We'll try to do better in the next video for you guys. But overall, obviously, with Jack Dorsey doing his thing with Bitcoin and doing the decentralized on and off ramps for Bitcoin, you got the Bitcoin miners holding on to their mining rigs, which they believe it's going to be higher price, obviously, in the future with Bitcoin going up in price. You got Cuba set also to regulate the cryptocurrency market. I think those are all positive things, all bullish things. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Jack Dorsey's, what he's doing is a good thing, bad thing? Bitcoin miners holding, are you interested in buying Bitcoin machines even? So obviously some people might be against it, some people might be for it, depending which way you look at it. So let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.